so forgive me. But is everybody doing good today? How's everybody doing? Y'all good? You can hear me? Great. Um, yeah, okay, good. I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. That's great. Okay, cool. So, um, everybody listen. First and foremost, if you're coming on here to hate, make sure to send them tomatoes. You know what I'm saying? Throw them tomatoes. If you're hating the boy for what I listen, and I deserve it, you know what I'm saying? But if you want to throw them tomatoes, be my guest. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But first and foremost, above anything else, I want to apologize for what happened at Nome. So let's get into it, right? Yeah, send them tomatoes, man. Send them tomatoes. Absolutely. Um, it's so many thoughts have been traveling through my mind these past couple of days since it happened, and there's been a lot going on. Just with me trying to figure out how to compartmentalize all these thoughts and the hate and the criticism and stuff like that. So let me kind of give you a a little backstory to a lot of what's going on. So basically, I worked as many of you guys know, I worked hard to get to Nome. And yeah, I wouldn't even say Nome was the end goal, but it's one of those things that, when you work hard, you're consistent enough that it comes with it. It's like, it's a perk and the consistency. So it wasn't like I was working towards this goal for others. This was something that I needed to do for myself. And to be totally honest, I really can't even explain what happened. If I'm being totally honest. I knew my material front to back, before I was in the building. While we're waiting, we got mic'd up. We're getting ready to walk in the building. Um, I knew my material front to back. And the moment we had like a little moment, we were like in this little smoke box to walk into it. Even then, I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I got it. I know my material front to back. Me and Mike were outside, like we're respectfully distant, but like he saw me. I was locked in. I was going over my performance and stuff. I walk into the building and literally everything left. Like the moment you guys saw me walk in to the frame for for the Gnome stream, I literally I literally didn't know what happened. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot. It was a lot going through my mind. And what really messed me up, if we're being honest, I think what really messed me up was when I messed up in the first round, I didn't get back on defense. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually, like, when you miss a shot in basketball, like, and Kobe will tell you, if you miss a shot in basketball, your initial thought is get back on defense. You know what I mean? Like, work to get it together. And my mind wasn't on defense. The moment I missed the first shot, it was like a domino effect. And I just thought about how like it was a wave of thoughts that hit. I was disappointed in myself. Instead of thinking, oh man, you still got this killer second, you still got this killer third, and I missed the first shot, and you know what I'm saying? And I guess from there, like my mind just went elsewhere, which has never really happened like in my career. So it was definitely a new feeling. But for anybody who was saying, Mike, what's good, brother? Um, so yeah, so basically, you know, in that kind of situation, your mind is racing. You're going left and right. You don't know, you know. At that point, I kind of just lost control of my thoughts in that time. It wasn't like I was ill prepared. I didn't like it wasn't last minute prep. It wasn't anything like that. It was literally something to where, you know, my emotions got the best of me in that time, and I couldn't recover. So, you know, I guess let's switch things up just a bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to this real quick as we address more of the battle and whatnot. I see Mike is in here, so yeah. So Mike, you're in here, bro. Me and Mike have been going back and forth on this conversation for a minute. You know, leading up to this battle, leading up to everything else in between, in regards to just make sure the business was right. You know, we both had a lot on the line for this one. And, you know, me dropping the ball, I'm not afraid. Like, I feel like I'm one of the most transparent people in battle rap. And I have no problem admitting, you know, or just expressing myself. So, yo, Mike, my apologies, bro, for, you know, that battle. I was trying to get like for real. I was trying to like spit the rounds to Mike and whatnot after the battle, just so he knew what I was coming with. But at the end of the day, you know, there's still Ultimate Madness too. So we'll figure that out. But yeah, in regards to the actual content from the battle, man, Mike came with it. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of great material, a lot of great flips, a lot of great schemes that I really enjoyed, performance that I really enjoyed. But yeah, it was I really just hated how I guess the moment got the best of me. You know what I mean? Because I knew my material, and I feel like if I would have got my material off, the outcome would have been different in regards to just being that classic that we both needed. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shouts to Mike P. You know what I'm saying? Shouts to that man. He's an awesome writer, good friend. So you know what I'm saying? It was just something where I really I couldn't get to it in time. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those things where it just I was overwhelmed, and you know it happens. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't take away from the fact that Mike P had some great material. You know what I'm saying? And I got to hit myself with one of these one time. I got to hit myself with one of these real quick. This is me all 2 rounds.
Day after day, seems like I push against the clouds.
This is me while Mike is rapping.
They just keep blocking out the sun.
Mike is rapping his first round, right? And then I'm trying to get through my first round. And the moment I couldn't get through it, this is me right here.
Day after day, seems like I push against the clouds. They just keep blocking out.
But I was done. I was done, man. I was so mad because I was like, I was really trying to get through that material so bad. Uh, I was contemplating for like the day of. I'm like, yo, what if I just like put out a clip of the material or whatever? And I was like, people were just advising me not to do it because, you know, you never know. There might be a part two, depending on how well this Ultimate Madness situation goes. Round two, he starts rapping. I'm like, okay, round two, I got this in the pocket. You know what I'm saying? Round two, I got this in the pocket. So let's get it popping. I start rapping, and it's just
Day after day, seems like I push against the clouds. They just keep blocking out the sun. It seems since I was born,
So, listen, y'all. Um, you know, it it's a valuable lesson to learn. My first time in Nome, I could just attribute it to nerves getting the best of me. Everybody getting here do better. I feel you, bro, and I will. You know what I'm saying? It's good to laugh at yourself. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Here's my thing, y'all. Here's where before we go any further in anything, right? Here's where I'm a little bit just thrown off. But in a sense, it's kind of mixed. It's kind of mixed right now, right? For a while, when I started Sensei Saga, um, I didn't really have too many people behind me to support me. I didn't really have too many people that believed in Sensei Saga. Slowly but surely, the fans got behind it. The supporters got behind it. All these amazing things happen, and then all of a sudden, you get this amazing look at Gnome, and people are excited about it. People are actually championing, if that's a word, the idea of me and Mike getting that look we deserve. And this happens, unfortunately. And the amount of like hate I seen from people that weren't even there from the beginning, you know what I'm saying? It kind of threw me off a bit, you know what I'm saying? Like these people, like where were these people when I was battling Rum Nitty and I was getting busy? Where were these people when I battled JC and I had a classic? Where were these people when I did The Biscuit is Ready? Where were these people when I had Snake Eyes and Ryder and all these things? Where were these people at the in the beat out battle? You know what I'm saying? And like the amount of people who whispered in my victories and then shouted in my failures, it threw me off for a bit. I'm not gonna lie. Like it definitely threw me off. But it taught me something very valuable in this time. It taught me something very valuable in this time. And this is kind of what I wanted to bring to this platform. If if there's anything I ever need to address to the people, or if there's anything I ever want to debut or bring forth to the people, for a while, and I feel like I'm gonna hold on to this for a while, you will only hear it from me. It'll be like very rare that you see me doing interviews on other people's stuff again. Yeah, Loso, and I agree with that, brother. Failure is where you find out who your friends are, and in this time, I want to thank everybody who supported. It's not like, obviously, listen, it's not the end of the world, all right? I'm not saying this is, but at that moment in time, and even how it still stings a little bit, I've learned a lot about who's really in my corner, and who's around when I'm winning and who's not. And a lot of people have reached out. A lot of people have really shown their heart, you know what I mean, in regards to being genuine people. People like Pat Stay reached out to me. He was one of the first people I spoke to after the battle. It was weird, you know what I mean? He just hit me up. Anwar reached out. Shouts to Anwar. Shouts to Rita. Loso. I spoke to Twerk in my Anwar voice. I spoke to Twerk. I spoke to Big Cannon. DNA. I spoke to K-Shine. The list goes on in regards to people I spoke to. And there was a level of encouragement that I needed from those people. Yeah, man, Twerk. I spoke to Twerk. I spoke to a lot of people. Yeah, Twerk said he called. He did. He did call. And it showed me a lot in this time because immediately after the battle, I was broken. You know what I mean? I was just like, I was in a space mentally where like I can't believe that I did this. I can't believe I missed the shot. I worked hard and then messed up at the big game. But at the end of the day, this isn't the end. You know what I'm saying? This isn't something I'm gonna hang my hat on and just say, it was fun. But it showed me, you know what I mean? It showed me who's really in my corner. You know, everybody who took advantage of me while I was down. Um, Let me just say this to everybody who's taking advantage of me being down. Uh, you have about 3 more weeks to get your laughs in. You know, you have about 3 more weeks to get your laughs in. You got 3 more weeks to get your jokes in. You got 3 more weeks to get your saga memes in. I already beat you to it. I beat you to I beat you to it. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause at the end of the day, no matter what, a lot of people have really been like, okay, let me put it like this. Mike P is very deserving of the win, and I will never hold that against him because he did what he needed to do. I didn't deliver on my end. Something caught the best of me in that moment. It wasn't like I was ill prepared or anything. But at the end of the day, the man who was meant to win this battle won the battle. So, first and foremost, salute to my brother Mike P. I appreciate you. I appreciate the process we had to go through in order to get to this spot. And, the behind the scene conversations, cool. But really, when it comes down to it, niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? So basically, what I'm trying to say is everybody who has talked about me in these past couple tweets, in their recaps, talking heavy, talking spicy, you know what I'm saying? I get it, but at the end of the day, niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? Like, it's never, come on now, guys. Like, I've given you guys years of consistent content. You know what I mean? Um, Ever since the chess battle, and even that battle. And this is where I'm a little bit mad about. This is what I'm mad about because with the chess battle, um, I gave what I felt was 100% at the time, and it didn't match. You know what I'm saying? It didn't match. So chess, he got me out of there for what it was. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never hold that against him. He did what he had to do. Where I felt I ruined things was because I didn't give Mike 110% in a battle that people wanted to see. You know what I'm saying? I dropped the ball the first time. A Ward was good, bro. The first time in a few years. But if we're being honest with ourselves, niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? You know what I'm saying? You know, I don't think they heard it in the back. Niggas caught me slipping once, okay, so what? You know, Dree, the cop had performance of the night. As a matter of fact, you know what? Let's get into it one time. Let's get into it. So you know what we're gonna do right now? I want to highlight at least the only good clip I have from Nome, and that's me and the cop, uh, who's played by Ryan Gold. So let's get into it. Let's get into it.